Hey besties, I've never really done a review of my favorite series and like gone in depth about it. So this is going to have spoilers. So if you have not read the Empyrean series yet, please do not watch this video because I've read all three so far. And if you haven't read them, I need you to skip. But if you have read them and you want to hear me yap about my favorite series, then please stick around. In Fourth Wing, Violet starts her first year at Basgiath War College, where she bonds not one, but two dragons, Taryn and Andarna. We love Taryn, the grumpy old man. He's fantastic. Right after she bonds, 7 unbonded cadets try to unalive her, where Xaden comes to her rescue. Xaden Ryerson is the son of Fen Ryerson. Fen Ryerson led the rebellion, the Tirish Rebellion. Xaden comes to rescue her when they find out Andarna can stop time. I love this book. I love this series. I'm currently redoing the audiobook on this because it's been a while since I read it. We are learning some things. If you haven't picked up on this yet and you've read this book and you've read book 2, we find out in book 2 that Jack Barlow is a Venin, right? Did you know that we find out in book 1 that he's a Venin? You didn't know? Hold on. On page 295 in chapter 23, it says, his sadistic grin and red rim around his eyes are all I can see as he forces more and more power into my body. Red rimmed eyes. Barlow's already a Venin. I could be wrong, but that's what I took from that when I was listening to the audiobook yesterday, and that jumped out at me. The more you read a series, which I think I've read Fourth Wing, I think I'm on time number 4 or 5 at this point. The more you read a series, the more little things like that jump out at you. At the end of this book, we find out Violet's brother is still alive. The last sentence in the book is, "Welcome to the revolution, Violet." So I love this. I love this series. I 100% recommend it to everybody. When we get into Iron Flame, we find out, first of all, Varish is a dick and we don't like him. Let's start there. Varish is a complete asshole. We do not like him. We also lose Liam here. In book 2, we meet Liam's sister Sloane. She hates Violet. Absolutely hates her. We thought we killed Barlow in book 1. He was not dead. He comes back here. Nolan. Nolan was Taryn's first rider. Nolan is the healer from the healer's quadrant, the mender. He's been working with Jack to try to mend the venin out of him. But they don't know that until the end of this book. Anyways, I digress. Violet leads everybody to a revolution, to where they go to Erasia. They go and fight for a luminary so they can make weapons to arm the drifts for venin fighting. We find out in Fourth Wing that Venin and Wyvern are real and not just a fairy tale from Violet's Book of Fables. In book 2, we are building our army to fight the Venin, so to speak. At the end of Iron Flame, we come back to Basgiath to fight against the Venin to save the school, and we lose Violet's mom. Book 3, Onyx Storm. I think she's my favorite so far. We learn a lot about Andarna in this book. We learn a lot about Venin in this book. We learn a lot about those who have second signets in this book. They go on a quest, the quest squad, as Riddick calls it. And Riddick is way more prominent in this book, and he cracks me up. I love him. We go on quest squad to find people to help fight against the Venin, but we're also looking for Andarna's kind. Andarna is the seventh breed of dragon, and she's the only one in Poromil. Well, at the Vale around Basgaeth. So, I love these books. I don't want to give too much of this one away because I know a lot of people probably still have not read this one. But if you haven't read these books, you probably should not be watching this anyways. I absolutely love the Empyrean series. I cannot wait till Rebecca brings us book 4. I know it's going to be a while. This took me freaking 2 days to read. That's it. I lived and breathed these for like a week before this come out so I could jump right in, and boy was I impressed. If you haven't read the Empyrean series, you should. You also shouldn't be here because I just spoiled a whole lot for you. Hope you have the best day. Love you. Bye.